everyone, good evening, this is Inge. I'm here with part 2 of my double spread. I wanted to start by showing you what I have thought up in the meantime. In the first video we glued this down and we made this one, and then what I have been doing is trying to make an envelope. So I had this size. I thought that was the perfect size. I made it, cut it open, made a template, and I used the what's it called? The Whispers of Winter, one of those pages. Or no, I'm lying. This is the from the backgrounds. The musical background, the music notes, that's the one, that is what I used. But what I did do is I wanted to make sure that sort of the pink came back, so that is why I chose that. Now initially the idea was I was going to make this, I was going to make 2 postcards, a little girl, and done. And you know, in the other video I also showed you how I made the greenery, but I didn't like it, and that's what I then do before I start painting or do other things. I'll just play around, cut something out. So I've cut out these flowers. This girl I already had. I also had another girl. I probably won't be using her. And then I realized I wanted to do a post box, because this is a postal theme, you know, with the envelope, with the post card. So I'm thinking, this is a die by Elizabeth Craft Design. I had this very, very pink. It was way too pink. I can show you how pink it was. But I've inked it down with Pumice Stone Distress Oxide ink, and underneath is a creme cardstock and a little bit of distress ink, and voila, I think it really sort of fits in. Is it finished? No, nowhere near, but I have now an idea what I want with it. I know where I'm going to place the big pieces. You know, I could even switch it up, do this there, do her and the postcard here. That doesn't really matter so much, as I have an idea. This is what I want. This is going to work together. So now what I will be doing in this video, I'm going to put these away, and then I'm going to, let me make sure that this is safe. I'm going to blend this into the background. How I got this flat, I had this, these are sheets from a photo album. I put this in between, close the journal, and then put my big shot on top, because that's really heavy. And so yeah, I'm fairly happy with how it turned out. We have a little bit of wrinkling. I don't mind. I mean, it's vintage, and if it doesn't, you know. But this one turned out way better than this one. So for the next time, I know if I have such a large piece, I have to do it in phases. For now, I'm going to paint the edges, make sure they sort of blend in with each other. And I have a couple of colors collected here. This is Faded Pink by Cadence. This is Champagne. I also have the Dentelle, the old lace, but this is like, if you can see the difference, this is just a little bit more beige. This is way better to show. It's a bit more beige, and this is a bit of a grayish. So I figured, you know what, I might use this one. I have sherbet, because this is way too bright, but I can blend it. I have a vintage lace. I think that this color is going to look great with that. Also a beige color. And the Nugo, I don't know how you pronounce that in English. Also, very sort of like-minded colors. The thing I realize I now miss is a little bit of gray. Let me see if I can find it. It is not. Well, I can't find it. I thought I had the blue steel, but you know what? I have haze. This is a little bit of purple, but I think, looking at it, I think it might actually go really well, especially if I blend it. So, how am I going to blend it? Well, because I want to make sure that the colors don't dry up before I need them, I'm going to use a tear-off palette, and I'm just going to put some paint on here. Now I definitely think I will be using this one. So these are kind of the blobs that I will be using, because you don't need a lot, and if you feel that you don't have enough, you can always take more, but I hate to waste paint. Oh. Ooh, I love this color. I think that this is going to be, this dries up really fast, so I'm going to take little bits at the same time. This as well. And then, I have some, my brushes are all the really cheap ones. It doesn't come any cheaper than Action, which is like $1 store here. Yeah, this one is particularly is a little bit more firm, so I can use that for dry brushing on top. And these, well, let's just go and see what we can do here. Where the pink is, I'm going to be making a little bit, but I'm going to start here because I think, yeah, I like that a lot, guys. And you don't need an even coat, just at the very the moment you start, because you can add layers on layers on layers, but it's nice to know that you have a color that looks so much like what you already have glued down. You can always work on top. And that's the beauty with acrylics. You can really layer one color on top of the other. I'm not going to do an even coat, but just see where this would take me. And you can even go over the background, because that will really help it to sort of blend in. Don't just stay at the edges, but take it down a notch. What I find is I can't really, how do you say that? I don't have a lot of control over these big pages. I really struggle with them, I have to admit. I mean, these small collages, my postcards, I mean, I love those. Those are sometimes 10 minutes, and I really enjoyed it. But this, it gives me a little bit of a headache, to be honest. I still haven't decided if I really like it. And that's a shame, because, once it's finished, I'm like, oh yeah, it's nice. But it's, yeah, it takes up a lot of energy. and not just to do it, but also like with filming. You know, I want to show you guys my thought process, and yeah, it's not easy. To be honest, my thoughts are a mess. They are a bit of a mess. See, now we're going to get in really different colors. Just going to, because here we made a little bit of a mistake. Now, and we have now here, I don't have any paint on this, but because here the layers are still wet and I have paint here, I can sort of, you know, use that to brush it out a little bit. And make it and by doing that you really soften the edges so you don't see. I'm thinking maybe this is a bit too brownish, although it does work well here. And you know, you don't have to work at it so much that you don't see anything, because let's be honest, that may be impossible, but it's just like that you won't notice. It's not like the first thing that you see when you open the pages, that you think like, ooh, what happened here? And if it doesn't work out in one session, hey, let it dry, come back to it the day after, or maybe, you know, 2 days later, even a week, doesn't matter. You know, if you're not happy, don't throw it out. Just, you know, because I can promise you the next time you look at it, it will be so much different already. And the thing that's bugging you all night during one session, the next time you'll probably hardly notice. So yeah, this was the champagne. It's very and don't get me wrong, this is just another layer. So when I'm done painting it and it's dry, so we'll probably have part 3 in that video, I will go over it with you know, a stencil and some stamping hardly see anything. You really will hardly see anything. So that is the goal. So now, even though this has a layer on top of matte medium, I still need to be careful because I don't want to damage the paper too much. That would be so I'm not scrubbing it. It may, I don't know if you hear it, it sounds like that, but that's just because I haven't wet the bristle, the brush, the bristles. But I'm really not brushing at all hard. It's and the reason I'm doing this is so I can make a little bit of color variation on different parts of the page. You don't want an equal color all around the board because it's way too big and it just looks like a blob that you've just put there. So yeah, variation is definitely your friend. I'm going to try, maybe I can make it a little bit more. This is difficult because this is bubbling a bit, but hey, we'll see what we can do. I'm thinking I might need a little bit of a greenish tint. I wonder what could help there. I have sage. I think maybe sage is a good try. Oh, and you guys, I have a new desk chair. Really, really like it. If you hear the beep, that was the sound of my oven. I'm making chicken, and oh, I like that. Yes, I like that. That is a beautiful color combo to go here. Now, I've had almost like a kilograms of chicken because tomorrow we have a celebration at work. And then, but it wouldn't cook. It just wouldn't cook, so it's in the oven for an hour and a half already. You know, those small sort of chicken wings and chicken legs. And oh yeah, I like this. This I like. Yes, yes, yes. A little bit more here. then when we do some stamping, you will hardly notice. Yes, very, very pleased with that. Okay, I'm going to do a little bit more, but now with this part. Here on the bottom. Yeah, I can already see that for the second layer, I need to dab a little bit of this darker color. That would really sort of now I'm really brushing a little bit because I want it to really fade out. I haven't done much here, so I can do that. Yeah, I like that. And then I can come back in with the brownish tints later on and make this a whole. Yeah, that is really, really nice. Now this is of course more difficult to blend in here because it's so dark, but that's okay. I'm putting down a little bit darker base color, this green, and then I'll go over it later on. It will be fine. It will be fine. Ooh, go a little bit more. Now, if you mix green with red, it becomes mud, so it becomes brownish. Now, that doesn't mean that pink and soft green will become this color, but you know, we have to be a little bit careful. In this case, it doesn't really matter much because we have brown here. Well, yeah, we don't want to get a brown blob, do we? So yeah, I like that. And now just gives it a little bit, maybe some more white here. No, not white. Here, this one. This one. This is better. This is better. Oh, I'm now painting with my dry brush. This is not very smart. let me get it off. So okay, now as I come here, I noticed we have two colors coming together, so we need to make sure that we can blend that a little bit. what you do get is if you blend those colors, is you get those beautiful muted tones that you can really work in. This is very relaxing. I mean, like, I really enjoy this. So, wow. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot already. A little bit more. And you don't want to use your fine brushes for this. This is not good. You need to, and if you wear them out, you can easily say goodbye to them. No problem. Yes, okay. This is still a little bit. Should I be doing a little bit of more blue? I wonder. Oh, you guys. Keep adding colors. I keep adding colors, but yeah, that's the fun of it. So what I've added, this was the sage, this was the green one, and now I'm putting a little bit of sea glass on here because that's a little bit more blue, just a drop. And I'm going to tie this in with the green, just to make it an even more sort of, see? And then we can even add this a little bit on top here. Just see how that goes. Here we go again, with a little bit of that purplish grey. And if you want to know what your colors do when you mix them together, just, take out a piece of paper and play with them. Just see, without collaging, just what they do together. Like if you one and one tip of this, one tip of that, how does that combine? And as you can see, there are still a little bit of translucent, but that's okay. It's just the first layer. We can go over it again. We can over here. No problem. If you think it's too purple, you go over it with champagne, or you can even do a little bit of white. Doesn't really matter what you so many options. And just dabbing is really well. I keep taking the wrong kind of thing, and then just add a little bit. That's okay, it's okay. I'm not happy with this, but hey, I love what's going on here. So I'm going to go to the other side and see what I can do. I'm painting myself now. That's not the best idea. Let me see. We're going down here. It's a lot of white. Yeah, I think I'm going to put, because this is for me too beige. I really need the antique white that I had. Is this the, yeah. Is this, no, this is Arrowheads. Sorry guys. This is it. This is it, the antique white. So also from Cadence. See, that's way whiter. And it's probably 2, but that's okay. Because I can easily... Oh, it's not even that bad. Let me see what happens. Oh yeah, like this. See? Because it adds... really goes well with the snow down here. And then we can add a little bit of the color that you see here on top for a second layer. So, yep, that works well. I'm sorry guys, I'm whispering. I hope you can still hear me. And otherwise you just put it on mute and play your own music. You can do that too, of course. Because basically you're going to be watching me do this. And it's not the most enervating. You can just, how do you say that? Start and then slip through to the end. Don't watch the entire video. I won't blame you. It's going to be a bit boring, right? It's going to be a bit boring watching me paint. This is I don't really know. I like this color a bit. It's not entirely... What is this better? Is this better already? Let me see. Oh! It's on an angle, so it slips away from me. Yeah, okay. Well, you know, maybe not the best, but it's definitely, for a first layer, I'm not disappointed. It's a bit too pink. We could do with a little bit of brownish. We might have to, yeah, this is too white, or too pale. It's not even white, but not too bad. Not too bad. I'm thinking, is this the good? This is a vintage lace. Oh, I put it down. It's that color. No, so it's not. Well, maybe next layer. Let's just move on to that. Because that I really like. I'm going to put some white down with a little bit of this. Very faint. Okay. Very faint here. And that's also because when I tore it, the white was exposing. So that was really you scared. No, darling. Sorry, no. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's, yeah, I know. I'm sorry, darling. I made you spook now too. But you cannot. This is paint, darling. Oh, 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 I'm sorry. You gave me such a scare. My heart. Oh, you guys. Oh, poor thing. I'm afraid I spooked her too. She's like, why are you doing this to me? But she always does that. I don't know what it is with cats. Whenever you're painting, or they always like to say, oh, good idea. So glad you're doing this. Let me come and do that with you. Oh, heart attack. Sorry, you guys. That's not. That's not. And she's such a sweetheart. She really is. I feel like I don't deserve her. She's so sweet. You know, at night she comes lay down with me. And she's always looking, like the moment I sit down, she's looking for me to either crawl under my lap or get close to me. I mean, she doesn't like to be picked up or anything, but other than that, she's so affectionate. Always giving me nose bumps. Oh, she is really, really is the sweetest. And I feel like I'm constantly letting her down by turning her away. No, you can't come here. No, you can't do this. Sorry, honey. You can't walk through with your legs through the paint as much as you like to. Okay, well, here we are. We have, oh, this is still, let's do a second layer then. Here, let's do a sec, and we can do a little bit of creamy more. A little bit of cream. Yeah, that's nice. See, that's, and because now you don't have to be so subtle, you can add a thicker layer, and it's yeah, that's nice. I like that. So this is it. This is it for now. I'm going to let this dry thoroughly, because if you keep doing it while it's wet, you are only going to end up damaging the paper. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to let this dry. I'm going to end the video. This is part 2. It's probably going to need a part 3 and even a part 4, but hey, that's okay. At least you get to see it from the beginning to the end. I'm going to put my brushes into water, rinse them really well, and you guys, thank you for watching. I hope this was useful for you. Please subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and see you next time. Bye bye.